Hey, what is up everyone? So I get this question very often. Turiel, what are the best settings for Warzone and how does your game look so sharp? In this video I'm going to show you the best settings for a super sharp Warzone and how you can improve your sharpness via different ways. This video was made for PC gamers and I don't know if console gamers will benefit from watching this, but you are most welcome to stay. Now before we start, I kindly want to ask you to like, subscribe, and comment down below, thank you, and let's see if we can hit 1k likes. The first things might be obvious, but I'm going to cover it anyways, as not everybody knows. I'm only going to cover the options that actually matter. There are 4 things you can do. I'll put the timestamps so you can skip any if you're like, yeah, I already knew that. Now let's start off with resolution. Make sure your resolution scale is set to 100, and if your system allows it, select the highest resolution your monitor supports. The lower the resolution, the less sharp your game will look. Now make sure your texture resolution is set to either normal or high. This makes object look really sharp and crisp, like you can see in the picture. DirectX ray tracing does nothing for Warzone. You definitely want to turn this off. There's no real ray tracing in Warzone. And what it does is it forces you to use AntiAliasing Filmic SMAA T2X. And that is not an option you want because this blurs out the image in order to get rid of the jagged edges. Now, as far as NVIDIA DLSS is concerned, this option increases sharpness to still images, but not for fast moving images, and it has a weird tendency to start trailing or ghosting. I would not recommend using it unless you are playing 1440p or above and you need more FPS. DLSS does not increase sharpness by moving really quickly. Anti-aliasing should be set to either SMA 1X or SMAA T2X. Personally, I prefer the SMA T2X. The problem with Filmic SMA T2X is that it smears out the image to remove the jagged edges. This is a very important option when it comes to sharpness. Most people have Filmic selected as it is the highest option, but it does blur your edges. This option will be grayed out if you turn on either DLSS or dynamic resolution. Also keep in mind, if you turn on DirectX ray tracing, you will be forced to use Filmic SMA T2X. Now here is a quick overview of the options I like to use during my Warzone videos. You can copy these or not, it's up to you. Let's go to the NVIDIA control panel. So here we are at the NVIDIA control panel, or I'll show you how to summon it. Right click on the screen, go to NVIDIA control panel, and once it is booted up, you want to go to manage 3D settings. And the thing you want to do is you want to click here on image sharpening, press on, and put these bars all the way to the right. And accept, apply, and save it. This definitely increases your sharpness in Warzone. So the next thing you want to do is you want to make sure you have your in-game overlay of the GeForce experience enabled. Once you have done that, press Alt-Z and go to Game Filter. Now, this option is quite nice, but it has some downsides to it. You have an option called sharpening here, and I would just turn it to something like these values. Ignore fill grain 100 and sharpen around 70-ish. This looks the best to me. The only downside to this is that you do lose some FPS because it's like real life changing the image, and that goes at the cost of FPS. Now, once that is done, I think most of you guys have gaming monitors. And gaming monitors are very customizable. This is the Samsung G7. Yeah, it's a G7. And there's a lot of customization options. And this might be some place where you actually want to look. Because, for example, I have a sharpness option here. And I can actually change it and it'll make the game look sharper. Not always for the better, but you can at least give it a try and tinker a bit around it. See what it does for you. There's also usually some like different modes that you can use to, let's say, increase the brightness a little, or the sharpness. Some presets are really nice. I like to make my own image. That looks the best to me. But those are the tips I wanted to give you guys. So I hope you learned something. I hope your game looks better now. And give it a like if it worked. And let me know down in the comments. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.